Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to today's Finance 360-degree session. So today we are going to discuss two very important news articles as well as we will discuss a very important notification, the press release of the Reserve Bank of India. So first we are going to discuss about the Prarambh 2026 that has been recently launched, that has been recently initiated. So we'll discuss that what is this Prarambh 2026, what is the full form of Prarambh 2026 and what is the Kar Saathi and such. So we will discuss about it and then we are going to discuss about digital week awareness program. Okay, so that is also launched and this is launched by the Reserve Bank of India as per the RBI press release. Then we are also going to discuss that the RBI has recently released the Payments Vision 2028. That is yesterday only on 27th March. The RBI has released the Payments Vision 2028. So I'm not going to discuss the whole Payments Vision today, but I will inform you that okay, this has been launched and when we are going to cover it. Okay. So let's get started for today's session and let me tell you that the Prarambh 2026, the Digital Payments Awareness Week, these both news articles have certain important facts that you have to keep in mind, okay, from the examination point of view. So let's get started. Give me a thumbs up if I'm clearly audible and visible. And I hope the screen is also visible and my voice is quite clear, okay. Give me a thumbs up. And welcome to the session, everyone. Good morning to all of you. Okay, so starting with the session now. First of all, do subscribe to the YouTube channel of EduTap so that you continue getting the relevant videos, and do join the Telegram channel where you will get the PDF of the session. And the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. Okay, so do join our Telegram channel, the Telegram channel of EduTap, so that you can get the PDF of the session. Now let's start with the first article, the first news that we are going to focus on. It is about Prarambh 2026. Okay, so the Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, launched Prarambh 2026. This is the initiative of the Income Tax Department. So this is the Income Tax Department's nationwide awareness campaign on Income Tax Act 2025. So why at this point of time there is the awareness campaign on the Income Tax Act 2025? What is the requirement of this Prarambh 2026 to make the people aware about the Income Tax Act 2025? So first of all, try to understand about the Income Tax Act 2025, how this is so important and why the awareness campaign is being run. Okay, so first of all, the Income Tax Act 2025, it has been enacted to provide a streamlined and simplified and modern tax code with reduced compliance burden, consolidated provisions and clear definitions. Over 6 decades, the Income Tax Act 1961 had accumulated numerous amendments. So basically, previously we had the Income Tax Act 1961. So any changes, all the changes, they were added under the Income Tax Act of 1961. You can understand that this act became very old and there were amendments and changes that were happening. All were added in this Income Tax Act of 1961 that became very very big and complicated. So that's why it was thought by the government that we have to replace this Income Tax Act of 1961 with the Income Tax Act of 2025. So now the Income Tax Act 1961 is being replaced with the Income Tax Act 2025. This was announced and the 1961 Act stands repealed as on 1st April 2026, and the new act, that is the Income Tax Act of 2025, this is going to be applicable. This is going to be in effect from 1st April 2026, that is from the next month onwards. That's why right now the awareness campaigns are being run by the Income Tax Department to make people more aware about the Income Tax Act 2025, and that's why this Prarambh 2026 has been launched. So I hope this is clear that the Income Tax Act 1961 is going to be replaced by the Income Tax Act 2025 with effect from 1st April 2026, and that's why now the Prarambh 2026, now the awareness campaigns are being run to make people more aware about the new Income Tax Act 2025. So the Income Tax Act 2025, it is more streamlined, simplified, and this is the modern tax code with reduced compliance burden, consolidated provisions, clear definitions. Over the 6 decades, the Income Tax Act 1961 had accumulated numerous amendments, provisions, explanations, making it complex and difficult to navigate. The new act, that is the Income Tax Act of 2025, it aims to present the same tax policy in a more logical, accessible and reader friendly format. Here you can see that the Income Tax Act 1961 had 819 sections, which have been reduced by 35% to only 536 sections in the new act. 14 schedules have been increased to 16 schedules so that there is more clarity that is provided. 511 rules have been decreased to only 333 rules, decreasing the rules by 35%. 399 forms that had to be filed, this has been reduced to 52%. This has been reduced by 52% to only 190 forms. So you can understand that the Income Tax Act 2025, it is more simplified and it reduces the compliance burden on the people. Okay. Now, to make the people more aware about the Income Tax Act 2025, the Prarambh 2026 has been initiated. So this is the idea. Income Tax Department rolls out Prarambh 2026. This is a nationwide awareness campaign on the Income Tax Act 2025 that is going to be in effect from 1st April 2026. So Prarambh, what is the full form of Prarambh? It is Policy, Reform and Responsible Action for Mission Viksit Bharat. It is very complicated to follow a income tax that is complex, that is difficult to understand, and that has too many compliances to be followed. That's why the Income Tax Act 2025 has been brought to make the compliance easier for the people. Prarambh. Now, what is Prarambh? It is the nationwide awareness campaign run by the Income Tax Department to make the people more aware about the Income Tax Act 2025. The full form of Prarambh is Policy, Reform and Responsible Action for Mission Viksit Bharat. This is guided by the spirit of Nagrik Devo Bhava. Okay. Prarambh is a multimedia initiative through the multiple channels, through the multiple platforms. The awareness campaign is being run through the print media, through the radio, television, outdoor, through digital and social media. This awareness campaign will be run. This has been designed to build awareness about the key features of the new act, which is set to come into effect from 1st April 2026. Now, the campaign includes creative communication initiatives, taxpayer guidance materials such as guidance notes, tutorial videos, brochures, and extensive public engagement through digital and on-ground platforms, including the My Government Quiz initiative. So the brochures will be released in 10 regional languages along with English and Hindi for wider reach and to make more and more people aware about this Income Tax Act of 2025. Okay. Now, the campaign, that is the Prarambh 2026, it reflects the Prime Minister's vision of a human-centric digital era and to spread the information through the on-ground efforts as well as through the digital means. Okay. Now, the campaign reflects the Prime Minister's vision of a human-centric digital era through Manav. Manav is M for moral and ethical systems, A for accountable governance, N for national sovereignty, A for accessible and inclusive AI, V for valid and legitimate systems. Okay. Now, citing the vision of the Prime Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman reiterated that the Income Tax Act 2025 must be rooted in moral and ethical systems. Okay. So, as well as there is also the launch of National Website 2.0. So, the Union Finance Minister also inaugurated the Income Tax Website 2.0 as part of the Income Tax Department's ongoing digital transformation efforts. The upgraded platform is designed to offer improved usability, simpler navigation, and more efficient service delivery for taxpayers. So, what you have to remember from this article is what is the full form of Prarambh, why it has been launched, what is the full form of Manav, and what is the brochure, like in how many languages the brochure has been released. Okay. Now, coming to the next idea, that is Kar Saathi. Now, the Kar Saathi, it is AI driven tax help. So I went to the Income Tax Department's website, and as soon as I logged in or as soon as I went into the Income Tax website, this chat box came up. That is Kar Saathi. Okay, so AI-enabled chat box Kar Saathi was also launched, which is an easy-to-approach companion for taxpayers seeking information on the new act, rules, forms, and related queries and support. See, basically, I wanted to know more about the Income Tax Act 2025, how it has replaced or when it is going to be replacing the previous Income Tax Act of 1961. So I went to the Income Tax website to get to the information about the previous act and the new act. And as soon as I went to the Income Tax website, this Kar Saathi chatbot came up. Okay, so this is the idea that this chatbot is to make people more aware or to take the queries of the people. So AI-enabled chatbot Kar Saathi, this was launched with which is an easy to approach companion for taxpayers that want to have the information. So if you have any query regarding the new act, regarding the income tax rules, if you have any query regarding the forms, so you can raise your queries here, as well as here you can see that if you have the query you can raise here, as well as you can report tax evasion also. So this Kar Saathi is a very easy to use or easy to raise your queries from. Okay. So AI enabled chatbot has been launched. This will support will also remain available through Aayakar Seva Kendras as well, reflecting the department's commitment to citizen centric, technology enabled and empathetic tax administration. So this is your Kar Saathi. That is an artificial intelligence driven conversational tool designed to assist taxpayers by providing them the information, answering queries regarding the new Income Tax Act rules and forms. So this is the idea. Okay. Now going forward with the next news article, that is Digital Payment Awareness Week 2026. Any confusion anyone has in the Prarambh 2026 or any confusion in this Kar Saathi? No confusion? Moving forward with the Digital Payments Awareness Week 2026. Okay. So basically the 6th edition of the Digital Payment Awareness Week has been observed during March 9 to 13th March 2026. As part of this initiative, as part of the Digital Payment Awareness Week, the Governor Shri Sanjay Manotra launched the pilot program titled Awareness Program on Digital Payments to spread the awareness about the digital payments. Okay, so this pilot program has been launched to spread the awareness regarding the digital payments. Now where the pilot is going to work, so the pilot is to be conducted in Maharashtra in partnership with the CSC E-Governance Services India Limited. So the pilot was announced to be conducted in Maharashtra in partnership with the CSC E-Governance Services India Limited. Okay, the pilot will include conduct of in-person awareness programs for 10 lakh participants in the rural and semi-urban areas through village level entrepreneurs to make them more aware about the digital payments and the safe use of the digital payments. As well as at the launch event of the pilot, the Reserve Bank also launched a multimedia awareness campaign Thoda Dhyan Se, so that the people can be made alert and they be careful, which encourages users to be careful while making payments and transacting online. Okay, so this is the Digital Payments Awareness Week that was launched and that has been observed from March 9th to March 13th, and under this Digital Payment Awareness Week, the pilot that has been launched that I have informed you, this pilot is regarding the digital payments awareness. Okay, and it has been launched in Maharashtra in partnership with the CSC E-Governance Services India Limited. These are the important points that you have to remember. Other than this, the RBI has also launched Thoda Dhyan Se awareness campaign. Now you can use these points in your answer writing if there is any question regarding the consumer centric initiatives that have been taken by the Reserve Bank of India or the Government of India, that how the consumers are being made more aware, what are the consumer centric initiatives by the RBI or the government. Okay, so these are the things that you can mention in your answer writing, as well as the questions can come directly from these initiatives, from these Prarambh and the DPAW 2026. Okay, the direct factual questions can come, or you can use the things in your answer writing also. Now coming to the Payments Vision 2028, I'm going to take a detailed session on the Payments Vision 2028, but just to show you, this has been launched. This is a very important document of the Reserve Bank of India because this is released for a period of 3 years. Okay, so the Payments Vision 2028 was released yesterday only, that is on March 27th 2026. So RBI has been periodically preparing Payments Vision since 2001. This includes providing strategic direction for structured development of the payment and settlement system in India. So Payments Vision 2028 or the Payments Vision, it provides the vision, it provides the mission for the development of the payment and settlement system in India. Okay, that how the development should happen in the payment and settlement system domain in India. Okay, the previous such document covered the period up to 2025. So RBI has now released the Payments Vision 2028 for the duration up to December 2028. Okay, so this Payment Vision 2028 is still the duration that is up to December 2028. So this vision that is going to be provided, or that is being provided under the Payment Vision 2028, it is going to affect the development of the payment and settlement system in India. Okay, and this is the document till December 2028. It has been prepared after considering inputs from various stakeholders, from various regulators. So it consists of 15 specific initiatives which are to be taken up during the course of the next 3 years. So in the next 3 years, there are 15 specific initiatives that have been mentioned that have to be undertaken. Okay. So as I've told you that this particular document, it provides the vision for the development of the payment and settlement system in India. The vision document focuses on user empowerment, strengthening the safeguards against the fraud, enhancing the efficiency of the cross-border payment frameworks, and promoting ease of doing business, among others. So this is the Payment Vision 2028 that has been launched by the Reserve Bank of India. We are going to have a detailed session on this whole document so that you have the clarity that what are the initiatives, why these initiatives have been launched and such. Okay. So next week, we will have a detailed session on the Payments Vision 2028. This is just to show you that, okay, this document has been released and this is a very, very important document from the RBI, as this document is relevant till December 2028. So this is a very important document of the Reserve Bank of India. Even if your exam happens in July or August, this document will be very important from the objective point of view, from the phase 1 point of view, as well as from the phase 2 objective and descriptive point of view. Okay. So do focus on this, and when I will take a detailed session, we will discuss the important points about this document. So this is it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. First of all, before ending the session, let's see the questions that you have to answer in the comment section below. So the first question is in front of you. Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs has launched Prarambh 2026. This is a nationwide awareness campaign. Now you have to tell that what is the full form of the acronym Prarambh. Okay. So try to answer this question. The next question is about the 6th edition. So this is the question number 2. The 6th edition of Digital Payment Awareness Week, observed from March 9 to 13, included the launch of the pilot program. And with this, the pilot program will be implemented in partnership with which of the following organization, that you have to tell. Okay. And with the launch event, in the launch event of this pilot, there was also the awareness campaign that was launched. What is the theme or what is the title of that awareness campaign launched with the pilot under the Digital Payment Awareness Week? So the awareness campaign has the theme Thoda Dhyan Se. Okay. So now try to answer the first question in the comment section below and try to answer the second question. I hope that easily you will be able to answer both the questions. So this is it. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the session. Let's meet in the next session on Tuesday. Okay. And next week, I will also take a detailed session